If you wouldn't mind explaining a little bit of just nothing proprietary or anything, but how a predictive model works and why we should have faith in this, because it sounds really great on the outset, but we're just trying to understand, especially the application in the world of HR and talent acquisition and everything. Like, what's important about this model? How does it look at these high performance teams over time, the data that it uses? How does this all come together?
So, first and foremost, you should not have faith in it. And I say that wholeheartedly in the sense that it should be earned continuously. One of the individuals that I look up to in the startup world, fun fact, I've never seen him make the same mistake twice. He highlighted that trust was continuously earned. So, this model is the evolution of a number of systems that I've developed. And the way it works is really similar to how your car works. I think about my first car, which was my mother's car, a light blue 1993 Toyota Camry. I love that car. Why? Because it always turned on. No matter what. I remember the first time I left the indoor lights on and I went outside that morning, saw them, was surprised. I learned in auto tech that drains the battery. I turned the ignition, the car turned on. So the car is reliable. There are systems that were built in to ensure that operation. So with recruiting, when you build a system that takes all of the critical aspects of hiring, ensures that they're consistent, builds gauges so you actually know what's going on. For example, if let's say top of funnel, your response rates are below 20%, you have a gauge that tells you that, similar to a speedometer. You can do two things. You can change or A/B test your messages. You can adjust the groups that you're reaching out to. And all of that provides actionable steps similar to brakes and gas pedal to ensure that you can optimize for where you want to go. So if you build a structured process, you have the gauges in the right places. You're able to look at not only where you are, but where you want to go. There is a mathematical model that ensures that the outcomes are predictive. And again, there's actually nothing proprietary here. This is simply work that I've done that has yielded results. And I actually share what I learned. I've been extremely fortunate in my professional navigation that I've met a lot of mentors and folks that have just freely shared what they're working on and have allowed me to learn and iterate their work. And so everything I've learned and a bit old school, I've kept a document, or you can call it a scientific notebook, of the past experiments. I was really hesitant to share them until I had some results. And now that I do, I've started to share those on Medium and via LinkedIn newsletter. So on biweekly basis, everything that's been built within the next, let's say half a year, all of the articles will be posted and newsletters will be shipped.
Fantastic. Here's where all this comes right down to it. I'm trying to think, how does this help you build a scalable infrastructure for creating high performance teams? Because ultimately, that's the goal.
So essentially, if you build a machine that consistently delivers, it increases your ability to do certain tasks regularly. Let's take role launches, for example. When you launch a position, you focus on three things: the goal, deliverable, skill sets. The goals of the role are the outcomes that the overall person you hire will have to do. The skill sets are the skills required for that person to actually reach those outcomes. The deliverables are the time bound, smaller deliverables that will enable the person to reach the bigger goal. If you take that approach to launching positions, you can use the skill sets to build structured interviews with preset questions and a rubric. This ensures that you're directly aligning the things you're qualifying to specific skills that are needed. You can take the overall deliverables and turn them into a roadmap. This then becomes a 12-month roadmap broken down week by week into what someone actually has to do to be successful. And given the rise of language models and a pivot occurs, it's really easy for their manager to update the constraints and provide an updated roadmap. This ensures that as an employee, you know what's expected of you. As a manager, you have clear insights into not only what your new hire is doing, but also what metrics are being leveraged to drive performance. So By creating aligned expectations through structured processes and the fact that they're repeatable, you enable yourself to hire. I can't say the best because that's highly suggestive, but you are able to hire in a consistent manner and then manage performance in a consistent manner as well.